114 to 110 is your final score, and the Toronto Raptors are your 2019 NBA champions. Um, Let me say this was a fantastic series, but I do think that as NBA fans and the entire NBA association did, in fact, kind of get robbed of what could have been an even greater series. But congratulations to Toronto and the country of Canada and the Toronto Raptors for winning the 2019 NBA championship. So this is going to be my reaction to how the Raptors did this and where do both teams, the Raptors and Warriors, go on from here. Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP yet again, and now it's a matter of does he stay or does he go? Warriors are going to be without Durant for all of next season if he decides to stay. And the Warriors dynasty may not have ended, but it may be put on pause. So first, let's talk about the Raptors and how well they did. The Toronto Raptors did a fantastic job of taking advantage of when the Warriors' injuries hit them. KD was out for the first 4 games, came back in Game 5, got injured again, out for the rest of the series. And Klay Thompson got injured in Game 3, which the Raptors took advantage of that game and won, even though Steph Curry had 47 points that game. Looking at the Raptors, just of Game 6 box score, Kawhi Leonard with doing just his overall game, having 22 points, but most of his his ability to affect the other parts of the game was crucial. So it's not just scoring with Kawhi Leonard, but obviously his defense and his rebounding and guarding the best opposing team's perimeter player. Siakam finally showed up, and when Siakam's on his game and playing well, the Raptors are a completely different team, and that showed tonight. And Kyle Lowry, as much hate as he got after, especially Game 5, after that shot, which was blocked by Draymond Green, but he has been in Toronto for 7 years, and now this was basically a Kyle Lowry type game, having 26 points, 10 rebounds or 10 assists, and just being a bulldog as usual. And the unsung hero, Fred VanVleet, had 22 points off the bench, scoring 22. Those 22 points was crucial, especially in the fourth quarter when he hit some big threes. So overall, when you look at this Raptors team, Kawhi Leonard is obviously the superstar. That Ujiri did a great job taking the risk, knowing that if his team didn't make it to the finals or really not or win the championship this year with Kawhi Leonard by trading DeMar DeRozan, then they were never gonna ever get to the finals in the first place. And now he took the risk, knowing that Kawhi Leonard could potentially leave because Paul George stayed in OKC. So he decided to take that similar risk, and now it has paid off drastically by them winning the championship, and Leonard has now won another Finals MVP. So all around, basically the Raptors did a great job by just playing good defense and being led by their star in Kawhi Leonard, which is basically their only one superstar, which is a good thing to see in the NBA because a lot of teams have a lot of big threes and stuff like that. Now it's just one singular star leading the Raptors, and they won the championship. Everybody else followed suit and played their role, especially the Marcus Gasol trade was humongous, and Serge Ibaka moved to the bench. This team had depth, good length, great defense, and one of the best players in Kawhi Leonard. Now, I do want to say that while Canada should be going insane and they should be happy and they should be forever grateful for this season, there is a lot of decisions to be made for the Raptors next season. As Kawhi Leonard, I believe, has to make a humongous decision. He just won a championship here. He won Finals MVP, had a great all-around season, but does he now leave? Does Kawhi Leonard now leave the Raptors even after winning the championship and Finals MVP? It's a big question mark for the Raptors this offseason. However, even if Kawhi Leonard does leave this offseason, I believe that no matter what, the city of Toronto, the country of Canada, should be forever grateful for what Kawhi Leonard has done for Toronto Raptors and should not go at him at all. Don't be mad at him if he does decide to take his talents to LA, which I think he might go to, or take his talents elsewhere. So Kawhi Leonard has definitely shown again this season that he's one of the top 5 players in the NBA. He brought the City of Toronto a championship, but he may be on the move on to even help his legacy even more. And then moving on to the Warriors, Klay Thompson was having a fantastic game in Game 6. And as he usually does in Game 6, is he usually has a great game. And he had 30 points, and then he hurt his leg. And due to the Warriors just being very cautious because of the Durant injury, he was out for the rest of the game. He did go out of the arena on crutches. So Klay Thompson, if he didn't get injured, I still think the Warriors would be in the series, and it would be a Game 7. But like I said before, the Raptors did a great job of taking the opportunity when the opportunity came to them by taking advantage of the injuries the Warriors had. And Durant and Klay Thompson, huge. Iguodala is 100%. And Kevon Looney even is hurt also, and that was a big injury. So the Warriors specifically, now looking forward, I will start by saying this. If I'm the Warriors, I'm disappointed. It obviously sucks you lost the championship. You couldn't three-peat. But, I mean, if you really think about it, I don't think you should be very, very upset. I mean, yes, it sucks. You lost. But the fact that you didn't have KD, who's a top 2 player in my opinion, and then you lost Klay Thompson for Game 3 in part of Game 6, I mean, he's a top 5 shooting guard, probably top 3 shooting guard in the league. That's basically 50 points gone off the Warriors. I mean, combine KD and Klay Thompson's scoring and defense, that's a humongous hit. So just if you're the Warriors, you know that if you were healthy, you're winning the series, no doubt about it. But like every championship team has, they always have some sort of luck. And the Raptors had luck on their side this year by having 2 of the All-Stars and the Warriors go down with injury. But looking forward for next season, KD is out, so no matter where he plays, he's probably going to be gone for the entire season. I have a feeling that KD is actually going to stay just due to the fact the Warriors lost and the fact that he's injured. So the Warriors would be more than willing to pay him more money than maybe some of the other teams now with the Achilles injury. So I think KD is probably going to stay. Klay Thompson, they have to offer the max to Klay Thompson no matter what. If they don't do it, he's probably leaving. But if they don't offer him the max, they're making a humongous mistake. You have to keep the Splash Brothers together. But for the Warriors dynasty itself, I don't think it's over. They won 3 of the last 5 championships. And just getting to the finals 5 straight years is an incredible achievement. But I do think next year they're not going to win the finals or even make it to the finals due to the fact that KD is going to be out, and if he does decide to stay. But I do think with Steph, Klay, and Draymond, you're going to see the 2015 Warriors, the team that I fell in love with, that passes the ball, runs the offense through Steph, and Steph Curry is probably going to have an MVP-type season. But I don't think, I mean, it kind of matters where players go, but just the hit that Durant injury is going to have on them, I don't see them going to be at the top of the West, but I do think they're still going to be in contention. They're definitely a playoff team, but championship contender, I think they're not going to be right there. I definitely think they could be a team that gets into the second round, but their dynasty, in my opinion, is going to be on pause, but not over. Once KD comes back, and I think he will stay with the Warriors, mind that, even if KD is not what Kevin Durant used to be, and he's still on the Warriors, I still see him as a top 20 player in this league. And he could still be a sniper from long distance and play good defense. And instead of him leading the charge all the time, have Steph lead the charge. And they're still going to be one of the best teams, in my opinion, in the league. So the Warriors looking forward, it's kind of tough for them because they've gotten so used to the winning. Now they're moving to a new arena in San Francisco. And now it gets really tough losing KD. And then even if he does resign, he's not going to be there for next season. So a lot of changes could be happening, but I don't think this dynasty is over. And then looking forward for the Raptors, like I said, it's a matter it matters if Kawhi Leonard decides to stay or not. If Kawhi stays, I definitely see them again being in this position next year, or at least in contention of being for winning the championship. If Leonard leaves, then you guys did a fantastic job this year. Then I think it's time to strip it down again. Maybe even have to trade Kyle Lowry, who's been a Raptor for 7 years now, and start over because you lost your star player in Kawhi Leonard, who is the one that brought you to this point. So that's my reaction to the NBA Finals. I'm sorry for not posting in about 2 months. I've been sick, and I'll be making sure you guys know what happened with that. But other news I want to say is first, Adrian Wojnarowski just decided to, 5 minutes after the finals ended, decided to tweet out that the Wizards are going to make an offer to Masai Ujiri and to run their basketball operations. And if there's any team right now that needs Masai Ujiri to fix them, it's the Wizards. They are in a very terrible position. He did a great job with the Raptors. I'm very interested to see if he stays, but he's going to get a lot of money if he decides to go to the Wizards and help them rebuild their backcourt that looks to be done with John Wall and Bradley Beal. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you like this video. And Raptors are officially your 2019 NBA champions.